Hello everyone. This video is going to be about the latest announcements from the government. Well, what they said was that there's going to be no rules eventually by March, so slowly starting soon. From like people won't have to wear masks anymore, or basically no rules, like it was before the pandemic. And I think it's like, especially for people in the vulnerable category, it's not good. It's not good for them, because like it was still a little bit like worrying when there was some restrictions, but now there's none, or gotta be none. It is quite scary for us and people like I'm a vulnerable person who does see people time to time with people asking friends and people to wear masks and take a test, where now, like, if you have corona, well, come March, you won't have to have a test if you are or self-isolate even. So even if you're going out, even though you might go out, like now, you might go out and person might have it, but at least some people would have a test. And well, and with the new rules, when they will start, it's gonna be hard, because you're not gonna know who has COVID and who doesn't. I know you don't know that now, but at least it was with restrictions a little bit more safer, and especially when you actually thought that there might be a possible adding of more restrictions, not getting rid of them after coronavirus going up a little bit, end of last year, started this year. And yeah, I don't really understand why this is happening. I think many people do. I know people that would agree with me, and that it's very silly that this will be happening. I know this probably would have been happening at some point during the pandemic, but at least when things were more under control. I know some people that work in like healthcare and hospitals that will be keeping to wear a mask and having a little bit of like restrictions in hospital areas, which is good at least. Some people will. I know I won't be like agreeing with what's happening. I'll still be wearing a mask. Coming close to a person if I'm walking somewhere. And yeah, I'll still be taking my precautions, where I know lots of people will, and of course people won't, who are probably not as vulnerable as I am and as other people are. So it will be hard, I think, to start with, but I don't know if it will last. I hope not. I hope it doesn't last, but I think from the government it's a very silly decision. At the start, near the first lockdown, there was shielding. Like, I was in the shielding category, and since then, since mid probably last year, that was kind of scrapped. And then the shielding people shielding, meaning that they're high risk of catching things, not like that they got compromised immune systems. I know everyone has different, like mine will be different to someone else's, they will be different to me, but through that, like at least, like although that time was shielding from people, I did, especially in the first lockdown, it was a good idea to go out, because not many people were about, and it was quite high as well, but you wouldn't have to also when you're walking you wouldn't see many people, so that would be a good idea. But even when I do go out for walks now, I do or go out to places, I do try to go to places that aren't crowded with people, because I don't like crowds anyway. So when people keep me at a 2 metre distance, that was quite handy for me, because I didn't like people very close to me anyway. But now that'll be another thing that will be scrapped as well. So most of it will be gone, which is probably the feeling that you'll be feeling, will probably be annoyed, angry, probably forgotten about by the government, who are kind of thinking maybe try and get on with your life, maybe, because like coronavirus won't go away anytime soon, which it won't, but maybe stop that at a time when it's more safer, like because there's always going to be variants, hopefully in time there won't be variants that are like was bad, but I know, like with other flus, like I think I remember this when this. Well, I won't remember, but this when they had the Spanish flu, I think it lasted about 2 years, maybe a bit over. But it's been about that now with the pandemic. So let's hope 2022's good. Like, well, with that announcement, it's probably not good to hear for it to be a good year, but doesn't mean we still can't do stuff. We still can go places, but just places that are like okay for you to go to. But for me, I do plan to go to different places this year, even though with that announcement, which I'm looking forward to, turn 21 later this year as well. So I'll be hopefully the pandemic is good to me and good to other people who are having I'll say top birthdays this year, like 21, all sorts. But yeah, I'm just saying how I feel, because it's awful. I feel like forgotten about from the government, and it's just it's annoying, because as much as you know, when like celebrating under 2021 a new year, that this is going to be a new year, a good year, and then when you hear an announcement like that, when all everything's scrapped, isn't ideal. But like when you have Crohn's disease and stuff, you tend not to feel down all the time. I know when you get in a flare you will, but you don't want to. Although much as everyone with this announcement feels down, especially if you're on the shielding or the vulnerable, extremely high risk guys, it's important to know that even though we are high risk to maybe other people, and worry about this more, we can still do stuff, even if it's at home. I know since the pandemic I've done quite a lot at home, like with my podcast, talking to different people, PlayStation, speaking to people on there. I still speak to people, which is good. That's important to do, just to have communication with people. But I think the most important thing is we don't let the latest announcement be too hard on us. Although it's going to be, we don't know how long this will last, as we don't know how long the pandemic will last, but we don't know how long this will happen where there's no restrictions. But for now, we just have to wait. In March it's going to be, we'll see what happens, I guess. But yeah, that's just my thoughts, and I hope everyone, I hope we're all right, and this year is as good as we can make it. But yeah, just don't let the latest announcement be take over like your time. Although it's really really upsetting that you feel about it, but where there will probably be a light at the end of the tunnel, we would hope. Hopefully soon rather than later. But thank you for listening, everyone.